Hello my friend, today we're going to be making 6 of my most favorite high protein, low calorie, 5-minute delicious snacks. The macros on this is absolutely insane. It's peanut butter dip. 26 grams of protein. This ice cream has 2 ingredients, is 150 calories and 25 grams of protein. I just came back from 4 months of traveling and I have been so excited to make these videos with you again. So I thought today we could make these recipes and just kind of catch up on life. For this first recipe, you're gonna need some rice paper, some egg white. You can also use eggs if you're into that. And optional is some turkey or chicken slice, some salsa or any sauce of your own choice, tomato, onion, or whatever veggies you like. I'm gonna spray the pan. What? Well, I guess we're not spraying the pan. I'm just gonna weten it a little bit then. So I just came back from traveling for 4 months, living in a suitcase. I know a lot of you probably only watch these recipe videos, so in case you haven't been watching my other videos, I feel like a lot has happened and nothing has happened. I'm just gonna put that in here. So I started a podcast, and that is something that I'm very excited about. I really go deep on the podcast. I was in Europe, I was in Tulum, I was in New York, and then the last month of my traveling, I went back to LA because I just missed it so much. I was just staying with friends, and then I got my apartment back here a week ago, and that was incredible. The last thing that I did that I just got back from a week ago was the Summit of Greatness, which is like a self-development summit, and I went there alone, and that was obviously like a little intimidating. I am an introvert, even though people don't think I am, but I also knew that in order for me to create more bonds and connections and friendships with like-minded people, you know, sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone and do things like that. And I'm really glad I did, because a lot of people were there by themselves. 9 tablespoons. I had such good conversations, and I'm so grateful that I did it. And I think it's usually like that, right? When we do something that we're a little bit scared of. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but for the most part, like, things happen that we maybe hadn't expected, or we grow in ways that we didn't think we were gonna. We just gain new perspective. I'm gonna put 2 slices on this like 1/2 side. I'm gonna put the tomato. If you want to join my October challenge that I just opened up signups for, where we're gonna level up, you'll also get 130 of my absolute favorite recipes of all time that all are high in protein, low in calories, and just like will help this journey be enjoyable for you. We're gonna do journaling and a bunch of Zoom chats and Facebook community groups so we can chat every day and just hype each other up, keep each other accountable. There's gonna be a workout program, a bunch of really cool things. You can check out that in the link in the description if you want. Okay, and now we're just gonna heat it up for a few minutes. While that heats up, let's prep for our next snack, which is gonna be delicious and crazy. You're gonna need a protein wrap, low carb wrap, or just any wrap that you like. We all have different goals. This is just for anyone who wants to up their protein, and you can find different wraps like this. And you're gonna need some Greek yogurt, as well as some sweetener of own choice. I have stevia option or a monk fruit option, but literally this has been in my cupboard for the last 4 months, and I think it's not very usable anymore. And last thing is PP2, which is powdered peanut butter without all the fat, but with a lot of protein. Use however much you want for any of these recipes, but if you want like the exact macros as I'm gonna give you on the screen, then either you can use a full one, like this, or you can use like 1.5 or of the smaller one. This knife is so extra, but I think it's gonna help the process. We're just gonna cut it into little triangles, chips situation. Okay, I did not make this look very pretty, but it is delicious, and I promise you the rest of the recipes are gonna look better than this. Yum! I miss doing it with you guys. You gotta try it. And it was so easy, like 5 minutes. 5 minutes! On to the next. I just realized for some reason my air fryer broke, so we're baking these chips in the oven. While we give the chips the last minute in the oven, we're just gonna make our dip. But this is like a sweet kind of thing. You can make it sour, but then you just make a different dip, right? But I got a sweet tooth, so that's what we're doing. 1/2 cup of fallo. I learned how to say it, friends. I learned it. Anyone who's French, just like, that wasn't the right way to say it. You still have to, oh God. I was talking with my mom yesterday, And you know what I think? I think I might have gone through an identity crisis after my breakup. I think it's a normal human thing that when you go through a breakup, you like have to re-find yourself again. And I'm realizing I think that's what I needed to do. And I think the traveling has been good for that. But at the end, I was like ready to get back into a routine and really like refocus my energy on my vision for my life. But the funny thing is, like, I wasn't aware that I was going through an identity crisis. Like, I just think it's a normal process. So just wanted to share that in case you're going through some challenges right now. Allow yourself the time you need to find yourself again, and it's okay to go through different phases. Like, life has seasons, and in different seasons, we're gonna need different things. So like if right now you just need to sleep in every morning till 11 a.m. because you need a little more time to heal, then that's okay. And then when you're like, okay, I'm over that phase, now I'm ready to get back into it, then set some new rules for yourself and then get ready to crush it. It's so easy to be so hard on ourselves when we're going through things, but I think that when we allow ourselves to go through those phases and just take the time we need to heal, then we're gonna come out on the other side so much stronger. This is gonna be delicious, my friend. Love PB too. It's delish. Mix it. And now if you want, you can add some sugar-free syrup. I haven't been eating a lot of this kind of stuff recently. I've actually just completely increased my veggie intake and it makes my body feel so good. But I do allow myself to do it sometimes. You maybe want regular syrup because that's what you prefer, because this is just chemicals. And we should all just do whatever we want, whatever we prefer. This doesn't open. Also, you can completely leave out any sort of syrup because this is gonna taste delicious just as is, but I feel like for aesthetic purposes, this will do it. This will put a little top to the deliciousness lookingness. Oh, no. We'll do another round and come back to this one. Oopsie. Oopsie. So in case you were wondering if I've gotten any better at cooking since last we cooked together, now you have the answer. While the chips are in the oven, and hopefully I won't forget about them this time so they don't burn, let's make the quickest, easiest ice cream of all time. You've seen my protein ice cream before where it like expands, it's this crazy thing. The only thing is that what's it called? The xanthan gum is kind of upsetting in the stomach if you eat too much of it. And here is a 2-ingredient ice cream that you can make that has no xanthan gum. It's absolutely delicious. It's filled with protein and it takes 2 seconds. So all you'll need is a protein powder that you absolutely love. And I absolutely love this one with a blueberry and muffin. It's from One Up Nutrition. If you want to try this one out or the one with the chocolate and peanut butter blast that I also always use in my recipes, you can use my code Pernilla and get 20% off. And I should not start off with that. I should start off with ice. So just 1 cup of ice, a little bit of water. The ice and the water doesn't count as ingredients in my mind. Also, you really actually just need 1, but I'm just adding another extra plus because I think it gives a little extra touch. Okay, so 1 scoop of protein powder, just right in there. And we can add a little bit more ice because we are making ice cream. The most high protein ice cream of all time. I'm just gonna add some blueberries just because this is blueberry muffin protein powder. You can use chocolate protein powder or vanilla protein powder, whatever you like. But I'm just adding a little bit of a blueberry to give it some mwah. Now we blend. Unless it gets stuck, then we're gonna want to turn it around a little bit. Or you may need to add a little water. Don't ever lick a knife, but it is good already. We can't even fit all of it in here. Oh my God. I guess we should call it milkshake more so. This is so cool. Literally 2 ingredients, or 1 if you just go with the protein powder without the blueberries. And it's so delicious. The chips. I think the chips are ready. Let's get to the chips. I managed to not burn them. I feel like how we can just get different ingredients and we'll get a completely different result. It's the same with life. If we just become a little bit more intentional about the thoughts that we think, that will completely change our life. If we feel like someone is bothering us, if we then, instead of getting annoyed, think that they're probably just having a rough day, how can I actually give them some love right now to make them feel better? Then first of all, we're gonna help them feel better, but also they won't be affecting our energy in a negative way. And that way we can continue to feel good and spread more good. It's just the little things, the little ingredients, the little thoughts that make the entire difference. Am I right? This is such a sweet treat. I don't think the look does it justice. Just trust me on it. You gotta make all these snacks. I promise you, if you're disappointed, I give you your money back. Wait, I can't do that. This is free. You know what else is free? Clicking that subscribe and
The
like
next
button.
is something that I've actually made a lot recently.
It's the most high protein chocolate bread you have ever witnessed or put your eyes on or in your mouth. We've run into a problem. I thought I had cocoa powder. Turns out I ran out. So we're mixing it up. Instead of cocoa powder, typically you need 1 tablespoon. Instead, we're gonna put in a little bit of my chocolate peanut butter protein powder from One of Nutrition, which you can also use because I've done that before. Just know 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder is the original recipe. Oh, now it's not gonna have the right color. We'll just roll with it. You're gonna need egg whites, and very important is that it needs to be fresh, but you never know if it's gonna be fresh when you buy it at the store. Just know if it doesn't whip together, it's because it's not fresh enough. It's like a hit or miss, but typically it's possible. Sometimes I just get unlucky and it's not working. You need some cornstarch and some sort of sweetener of your own choice. I have 2 here, but I used some of this to make this yesterday, so I know for a fact that this one is gonna work. So we're gonna go with that. And you need 1 cup. This is half a cup, so 2 of these. So you know how I said that at the summit I was at? All the speakers were talking about how important it is to be intentional with the thoughts you think and just like the vision you have. And every single day since coming back, I've done like these rituals, you can call it. One thing that I've done is like written out my perfect day from beginning to end, which is something I've done many times throughout my life, but written it out and then I've recorded myself saying it, and then I put meditation music over, and now I fall asleep to that at night. It's kind of just like making my own visualization meditation. Like, I fall asleep really easily to it, but also I believe, because I've visualized a lot of my life and everything I visualize is what my life is today, so I believe in law of attraction, and I'm thinking that this is gonna have the same effect. Also, when I do my little runs in the morning before I go work out at the gym, is I really like run and live as if I already manifested these things that I want to create in my life. So I'll run, and people, when I run by them, will think I'm absolutely nuts. This is when you should do 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, but I'm doing protein powder. They'll think I'm absolutely nuts because I'm just like in my own world, just like smiling and laughing because I'm running and visualizing that I am in the midst of experiencing these things that I want to attract into my life, which obviously just makes you feel really good. Like, even if it never happens, like just the visualization brings up certain emotions. Like, you really have to breathe and smell and act as if you're living that thing in that specific moment. Regardless of what happens, like if nothing of it comes true, I just think that those things make me feel good. And the only thing that matters is that we feel good in the now, right? And then if the things do end up coming to life, then that would be awesome too. Okay, enough rambling. Time to whip. Now we will put it into parchment paper. It didn't fluff up as much as I would have liked it to, but it's all right. Now you guys can see we're making cloud bread. 250 for about 20-ish minutes. While that's heating in the oven, let's move on to the next delicious little snack. I don't even know what to call this. It's a dessert. It's a strawberry dessert. We're gonna use some sugar-free, fat-free Jell-O, but you can absolutely use regular Jell-O if that's what you prefer. Grab a cup or a something, whatever you prefer. I'm just gonna do 1 tablespoon. This is half a tablespoon, so 2 of those. I did like this much water, and I've put that in there. And we make sure to mix that, and then you take a little handful of ice cubes, you put it in here, and then we put that in the fridge till it like starts to tens up. Now I did this 2 hours ago, so we can switch these 2 out. Voila! She thought ahead of time. Now you'll need a blender, and we're just gonna put this Jell-O in here. Some of it is a little chunky. So some of it has turned into full out jelly. Jell-O. Jelly? And then we're gonna put half a cup of Greek yogurt. So not all of this, but just half a cup-ish. If you want some strawberries, because this is a strawberry dessert, and then we mix. Oh, if you want it extra sweet, you may want to put just a little bit of sweetener in there. If you don't, it's okay too. And now we mix. Can you see the color on the side? Is that not the prettiest color in the entire world? Also, that was like 2 seconds of blending. We don't need more than that. This is so good. It's not done yet, but like, adding the real strawberries in there, it's good taste. Now, normally you could just put this in the fridge, but I'm gonna put it in the freezer just because then it'll be ready sooner. So let's do that because it's not done yet. I'm just gonna smoothen out this. And before we get to the cloud bread, we can actually, I think, finish one more because this next one is like simple, easy. You already know of it, but maybe it's a little reminder that it's delicious. You will need some lettuce. Let's try to make this look a little more aesthetically pleasing, if possible. I'm hoping that one day I'm able to make things look pretty. I'm practicing currently. Who doesn't love themselves a little lettuce wrap? I thought it'd be a good little fun thing to put in here. I forgot to put any dressing on there. What do you like? I don't actually think I have a lot of different options. Let's do salsa. We already used the salsa. Is it terrible that I'm using the ice cream spoon? This is a snack that makes you feel really good. I've been eating so many veggies. I think I already said that, but I can't say it enough. I cannot stress it enough because veggies just make you feel so good and so energized. Like I need less sleep, which I don't exactly know how that makes sense, but like, you never go wrong with the lettuce wrap. And I think the cloud bread is done now. So let's roll. Ooh, it is. Oh, voila! Now this was supposed to be a brown chocolate bread, but hey, we gotta use what we got. And you know what? Any kind of cloud bread makes me feel like I'm in the clouds in heaven. And are those macros not just insane? I cleaned my kitchen this morning. It's so good. It was supposed to be brown, more than it is, but it still tastes good. I love cloud bread so much. And you can make it sour, like put on salsa even, or you can make it sweet like this one. But be careful, like I really don't take in that much stevia anymore because I really feel that it kind of bloats me if I have too much stevia or just sweetener in general. I made a post on Instagram actually where I talk about all the foods that I feel bloat me. Like I can see it, but you couldn't see it, but it's more so just like uncomfortable, you know? We have one more snack to go, so let's do it. Our final snack. The macros on this is absolutely insane. But before I give you the macros, we're just gonna add a little bit of strawberry. I often get like messages like, I would rather have regular desserts than eat those low calorie ones, and that's amazing. Like the reason I make these is because I know a lot of people are dealing with not being able to give up their sweets tooth at night, but they also want to either lose weight or they want to eat more protein or like just build more muscle in general and want to have different alternatives for it. And that's why I make these desserts. It's not for anyone who isn't trying to do that, because then yeah, absolutely, you should just eat whatever you want. You should always just eat whatever you want, as long as it kind of is in alignment with your long-term goals for your life, right? Enjoy the most delicious food. So freaking refreshing. If you like those like strawberry ice creams, actually I have one. If you like these types of ice creams, I don't know what they're called. They're gonna love this. So delicious, so refreshing. I know it's not summer anymore, but kind of still summery tasty. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, chatting and making some delicious snacks. If you want to join the family, then maybe consider subscribing and liking the video if you want to help me out, and let me know in the comments what else you'd like for me to make. Have a beautiful day. Sign up for my October challenge if you want. Eat some delicious food, be loving to your body, and smile to strangers on the street. Who knows who needs it? I'm sure somebody does, and maybe you can make their day.